All right, we are live. Welcome everybody here to my weekly Sunday live stream here on YouTube. Today is a very special day, folks. I am 29 years old. It is my birthday. 29 trips around the sun. It's really unbelievable. The time has just absolutely flown by, but today I turned 29. So it's a very special day here today. Looks like we already have a comment here from CZ. Here we have a very loyal supporter here. CZ says here, Heart Justin, I want to do my best to be here in the morning, but I can't stay long. I'm traveling. Either way, I want you to know happy birthday, youngster. You've been doing a great job at life and music. Thanks so much. Really appreciate that, and hopefully you're still here. I don't know if you are still here in today's live stream, but really appreciate the comment regardless, and appreciate your support as always. Really means a lot to me. CZ's been a very loyal supporter here on the channel, and has been a huge part of this community, so really appreciate everybody out there that is a part of my community. This community is just absolutely incredible. As I've mentioned in the past many times, I'm really appreciative of everybody out there that watches my videos and supports me. It's just amazing. I've met so many incredible people here on YouTube, and I've become friends with so many people from all over the world, and it's just amazing, to me, the people that support me and just love my music and my art. And it's actually why I'm here today. I love to just donate my time and just connect with everybody from all over the world and just show my appreciation to everybody out there that supports my music and my art and watches my videos. It really means a lot to me. And, these live streams are truly a donation of time, but I love to just be able to connect with everybody and answer y'all's questions. It just really is so fun, and I really look forward to doing these every week. So that said, if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to leave it there in the chat box there. I'd be happy to answer any and all questions. The only questions that I try to stay away from are any questions that would interfere with my one-on-ones. I'm just not willing to answer any questions that would interfere with these one-on-one lessons that I teach, just because it just wouldn't be fair to the people out there that hire me and hire me to teach them, and I just want to save all that information for them. It just wouldn't be fair if I was giving that out for free here on YouTube. But anything else is fine, so feel free to leave a question there in the chat box. I did want to say again, thank you everybody that has been watching the videos. My latest videos have just been doing incredibly well. I mean, just thousands upon thousands of views on this stuff, and it's just been going incredibly well. I've been really busy this week. I've had several gigs here in town, and I've been teaching like crazy as well, and it's just amazing what these one-on-ones have turned into. I've been teaching people from all over the world, and if you yourself are interested in joining up on these one-on-ones, hit me up today at jkm4231@gmail.com. That email is my personal email. It's going to be linked down below in the description box. And you're actually seeing and hearing the exact setup that I use for these one-on-ones. Everything is shot on a 4K definition camera. It's all pro video and pro audio. And what's so cool with these lessons is that you'll actually get a recorded copy of the lesson itself at the very end of the lesson. So you could just simply download the video and re-watch the video as many times as you like, so you can always retain the information that I give out within these lessons. And it's just an amazing platform. It works incredibly well. There's no freezing up or any kind of glitching up, and like I say, this is the exact setup that I use for these one-on-ones. It's a 4K definition camera. It's all pro video and pro audio, and it's really well done. I've really spent a lot of money, and I've taken a lot of time and a lot of effort into making sure that these lessons are really excellent. I just wouldn't feel good about it if it wasn't really high-end and really high quality. So I've really taken the time and the money, and I've really put in the effort to really make these just amazing. So hit me up once again. My email is jkm4231@gmail.com. It's going to be linked down below in the description box. Thank you. Let's see. We've got Mike Morris in the house. Hey, Mike. How's it going? Thanks so much for being here. I don't recognize this name, so maybe a new supporter here. I'd be curious, but thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Let's see. It says here, are you a slide player? Just curious. It's my most recent challenge. Happy birthday, sir. Have a wonderful day. Thanks so much, Mike. I really appreciate that. Yes, I do play slide. I don't play slide all the time. Um, but every now and again I do like to play slide. It's just crucial to just get all the muting right, and just make sure that you don't have the other strings ringing as you're going in for a single note line or something like this. So that's really the biggest thing, is just developing muting and being able to mute all of the other strings and really be able to get that note totally dead on in pitch, really in tune, is just really crucial with playing slide. So I probably should do some more intros though with slide. That would be cool. I always love to have the guitar in like an open tuning, like an open D or open G or something like this, and play slide there. It's just a lot of fun to be able to create chords, because when you're in those open tunings, like in open D for example, you can just lay your finger all the way across the fretboard and create an entire chord off of it. So it's a lot of fun playing slide when you're in an open tuning. And I probably should write some more intros, honestly, with slide, but I just don't really play a lot of slide, to be honest. I don't really need to for a lot of the music that I get hired on for. So, but that said, I love slide and I love playing slide for sure. So I actually really enjoy it on my Firebird 5. That's my favorite guitar to use for slide. I just love the way that it's set up for it, and I love the tone of that guitar with slide. It just is my favorite guitar for sure for playing slide. So I should definitely write a music intro though with slide. It's been a long time really since I've played slide. I just very rarely do it, honestly. So, but yeah, I've been incredibly busy, folks. I've just been making a lot more videos, and I've been teaching like crazy. I've had several gigs here in town that have gone over really well. It has been freezing cold here in Nashville. I was actually snowed in on Friday, so I ended up just camping out here at the house, and couldn't really go anywhere because the snow was pretty bad. But it seems like it's pretty warm and today here, so it should be able to melt off, and should be much better here today. So I'm going to probably go out and find a couple places to watch some football at after this live stream. Don't really have any kind of major plans for the birthday, but definitely wanted to follow through here and be here for my weekly live stream here and connect with everybody. So I really appreciate everybody being here once again, and if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to leave it there in the chat box there. I'd be happy to answer it. Once again, the only questions that I try to stay away from are any questions that would interfere with my one-on-one lessons. Just once again, wouldn't be fair to the people that are hiring me, that are paying me to teach them. If I just gave away this information here for free on YouTube, it wouldn't really make a lot of sense. So I'm just not willing to do that, but anything else is fine. And if you guys would like to support this channel, these weekly live streams are truly a donation of time. I don't make anything on these at all. So if you guys would like to show some support and you guys would like to donate to the channel here, there's many ways that you can do this. If you wanted to throw a super chat here in today's live stream, or if you wanted to throw a little love in the Venmo or the PayPal tip jar, any and all support is really appreciated. I also have several links that are linked down below in the description box. And there's all kinds of ways you can support this channel, whether it's signing up for one-on-one lessons. I'm teaching people from all over the world. My email is jkm4231@gmail.com. And, folks, I'm also a Sweetwater Music affiliate partner. If you guys are already looking to purchase a deluxe reverb or a Nobles ODR1 or something out there, whatever kind of gear you're trying to buy through Sweetwater, this is just a really wonderful and a really cool way to support the channel. You can just click the link down below. I gave Sweetwater Music my top picks, but if you're trying to buy a deluxe reverb, you just add it to your cart, you make the purchase, but click the link down below before you make the purchase, and I just get a small little commission off of the sale. It doesn't cost you guys anything extra whatsoever. Just a really cool way to support this channel if you're already looking to buy something. So check out that link down below there, and check out all the stuff that I have linked down below there. There's all kinds of ways you can support this channel, and any and all support is really appreciated. So thank you for that. But, folks, the videos as of late have been doing incredibly well. As I was saying, I'm just getting thousands upon thousands of views on this stuff, and the response has just been absolutely incredible. And I really appreciate all the love today that I've been getting for my birthday. I've had all kinds of text messages and emails and messages and stuff saying happy birthday for the birthday. So I really appreciate that, and wanted to say that here on today's live stream as well. So just been getting all kinds of love as of late, and just here on the channel, and here today on my birthday. So I really appreciate that. So I wanted to take the time to mention that as well. But yeah, folks, if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to leave it there in the chat box there. I'd be happy to answer it. Looks like we still got some more people that are joining up here, and kind of some people coming and going here, but we'll see how today goes. Hopefully we can get some more people joined up here, and be happy to answer you guys' questions for sure. These live streams are truly all about you guys and whatever that you want to get out of them. It's really what you guys want to get out of it, wherever you guys want to go with it. So whatever questions you guys have for me, feel free to leave it there in the chat box. But I've got a bunch of stuff coming up here. I've got a bunch more videos coming out this week, which I'm really excited about. I think you guys will really dig them. And, I've got a bunch of gigs as well coming up. Starting up in February, I'm hitting the road again, which I'm really excited about. It's always pretty slow right around these times here in January here in Nashville. So I'm fortunate to have some in-town stuff, at least for the time being, but anything out on the road right now, it's still a little slow, but starting up in February, I'm going to be hitting the road, which I'm really excited about. But let's see. We've got Rich's Moving Pictures in the house. Hey, man, how's it going? Nice to see you here again. I really appreciate it. He says here, happy birthday, sir. Thanks so much. Really appreciate that. Just wondering about any crazy live situations that you remember and care to share, such as drunken audience peeps, damaging any stage equipment, etc. Make your day a great one. Oh man, where do I begin? I mean, there are so many just unbelievable happenings that have happened out on the road that there's a lot of situations that honestly I can't even share here on today's live stream. Because it just wouldn't be appropriate. But yeah, I mean, I've had all kinds of crazy stuff happen, man, honestly. There was one that comes to mind. I was playing a club, and there was no security or no barrier at the very front of the stage, and it was just wall-to-wall people, and it was just a packed-out club. And we took a break. We took like a 20-minute break in between our sets here. There's just 2 sets that we were playing, but I walked away from the stage, and I wasn't watching my equipment, but some drunk in the front row there took my monitor wedge and literally threw it on top of my pedal board. And I had a HX Stomp that I was using at the time from line 6, and the monitor wedge literally went on the output cable that was coming out of the output of the HX Stomp, which is my last pedal on the pedal board. And the monitor wedge just landed right on top of the pedal and on top of the cable, and it just broke the cable, and it actually broke the output jack on the pedal as well. So that's something that comes to mind right off the top of my head. But yeah, sometimes, and especially early on here in Nashville, I was doing a lot more of those kind of gigs where I was doing a lot of like long club gigs, and it was just so chaotic. And sometimes that stuff can happen, which is really frustrating, because the gear is not cheap, and all of this stuff I have bought and paid for. I don't have any kind of endorsements or any kind of sponsorships where I get stuff for free, so that kind of stuff can really suck, man. If your equipment gets damaged out there on the road, and this stuff is not cheap, man. It's very expensive stuff, so it's always really frustrating when that happens. And whenever you're out on tour, whenever you're out on the road, I mean, your gear just takes a beating. I mean, it just takes an absolute beating out there on the road, and it's really frustrating when something breaks or something happens, because again, it's very expensive stuff, and I don't have any kind of sponsorships or endorsements or anything. And that's something, this is kind of a little side topic here, but here on my channel, any gear demo video that I've ever done, I just am genuinely excited about sharing this stuff with you guys, because again, I pay for this stuff all myself. So I don't have any kind of endorsement or sponsorship where I'm getting this stuff for free, or I have some kind of arrangement with the company where they're giving me the equipment for free in exchange for a video, which is a lot of the time what the situation here is on YouTube with these gear demos. The company will give this stuff for free out to the musician, and then they make a demo or a video talking about how great it is, and then they take it up the road here in Nashville and sell it for cash money. So that's a very common thing that you see here. And for myself, I'm just not willing to do that. I just want to be able to, make these gear demos and have some fun and share this stuff with you guys. And maybe if you guys get something out of it and, it can inspire you to make your own pedal board, that's great. That's really what I'm looking for. So that's really why I do it. And maybe there's some people out there that don't know of the Line 6 stuff or whatever, where they could, get some benefit out of it. So that's really why I make these gear demo videos every now and again. But I don't have any kind of, sponsorship or anything. I just get the stuff and I pay for it myself, and it's actually the stuff that I use. So just kind of wanted to mention that as well, because you just see that a lot here on YouTube. You see a lot of these gear demos, and a lot of these guys, they just make these gear demos, and it's just not really fair to the viewer, in my opinion, where it's like they're going on and on about how great the stuff is, when it's like behind closed doors. The deal is the company's telling them what to say. They get the stuff for free, and then they're taking it up the road here and selling it for paper money. It's not really fair to the viewer, where it's kind of misleading in my opinion. But anyways, let's see here. We've got Mike here, and he asks here, what is your next gear purchase you are dreaming of? Oh man, I was actually over at Gruen Guitars yesterday, and spent the day with George, which was really cool for a good while yesterday. And man, he has a 52 Fender Telecaster that is just to die for. It is absolutely beautiful. It's in incredible condition. It's 100% original. It's really, really nice. It plays great. It acoustically sounds incredible. And I was picking on it yesterday, man, and it just sounded amazing. So I would love to have that, but it's $80,000. So if anybody out there, is looking to give me a gift or something, that would be a gift that would be unbelievable. So that is something that I'm dreaming of for sure, is that 52 Telecaster, since I picked it up yesterday. Man, that guitar is just amazing. And that is the last vintage guitar that I'm really missing within my collection. A vintage SG would also be nice, but honestly, I would love to have a vintage Telecaster. I just would love to have a real 52, Blackguard, something like this, and that's what that is there. So 52 Blackguard, 100% original. It's just to die for. It's incredible. So I'll go with that. And we have 615 the guitar in the house. Hey man, what's going on? Says here, happy birthday, Justin. Thanks so much, man. Really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Thank you for that. Turning 29 here today, folks. It is a very special day, 29th birthday. And this is the 29th birthday blowout here on today's live stream. This is just a really special day, and I'm going to probably bounce around town and hit up some bars and watch some football after today's live stream. So looking forward to that, and just going to have me a nice day. So let's see. We have Magic Matt in the house. Hey, man, what's going on? Thanks so much for being here. Says here, happy birthday, Justin. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. I had a drunkie come up on stage and started requesting tunes in the middle of a solo. Dealing with drunks is definitely an issue while playing live. Oh yeah, definitely. That's yeah, for sure. It's a huge thing, man. It's people just drink way too much at some of these gigs, and things can get out of control quickly, for sure. We have Gur Carey in the house, another loyal supporter here. Appreciate you being here. Says here, happy birthday from Ireland. Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Thanks so much for being here. It's awesome. But looks like I'm caught up here in the chat box. But yeah, guys, if you guys want to throw a little love on today's, super chat with today's live stream, if you guys want to throw a super chat or throw a little love in the Venmo or PayPal tip jar, any and all support is really appreciated. These live streams, I don't make anything on. I mean, it is just a donation of time. So if you guys want to show some support, and you guys want to show the channel some support, and throw a little love in the Venmo or PayPal tip jar, any and all support is really appreciated. Check out all the links that I have down below in the description box. I offer one-on-one lessons. I'm teaching people from all over the world, and it's just incredible what that has turned into, and you are actually seeing and hearing the exact setup that I use for these one-on-one lessons. Everything is shot on a 4K definition camera. It's all pro video and pro audio. And what's so cool with these lessons is that you'll actually get a recorded copy of the lesson at the very end of the lesson. So you could just simply download the video and rewatch the video as many times as you'd like. So hit me up today for some more information on this. My email is jkm4231@gmail.com. That's jkm4231@gmail.com. And also check out all the other links that I have down below in the description box. There's many ways you can support this channel, and as I've said, these live streams are truly a donation of time. I don't make anything on this. I just honestly like to do this just to show my support to everybody out there that watch my videos and loves my music and my art. This community is just absolutely incredible, and I love getting to know you guys, and I think this is a cool way to personally connect with everybody. So that's really why I do this. So thank you all so much for being here too. I really appreciate it, by the way. But yeah, we were just talking about crazy situations on stage and live situations. I've seen all kinds of crazy stuff. It has just been unbelievable, and people just wouldn't believe me, if I went into some of these stories. I mean, there's no way I could share some of these stories here on today's live stream, but it is unbelievable, the stuff that I have seen through the years. It is crazy, but a lot of laughs and a lot of fun, and that's what makes going out on the road so fun, is all those experiences and all those memories and stuff. And I've got memories that I'll remember for the rest of my life from being out there on the road. I mean, it has just been unbelievable. Crazy times for sure. But it's a lot of fun, and it's always great to play music for people that love music and love art, and that's honestly really why I go out on the road. I love doing it. I love being able to perform for all the fans out there, and I love being able to create new experiences, and that's really a huge part of doing this as well. I think a lot of people look at everything from the dollar amount constantly, and obviously you have to make a living at it, you have to survive, but that said, you have to really look at it for the experiences and for the love of the music and the art. I mean, that's really why we all do this, because we all love it. So it's not really about the dollar. Of course you have to make a living, right? So you got to make something on it, but you really have to do it because you love doing it, And I think a lot of musicians and a lot of people really lose sight of that, especially when they're doing this for a living full time. Because it can just be a grind, it's a grinding business for sure, and it's just a part of it, but you really have to love doing it. But anyways, a lot of crazy times out on the road, and a lot of laughs over the years for sure. So always cool, but once again, folks, if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to leave it there in the chat box there. I'd be happy to answer it. Once again, the only questions that I won't answer and I try to stay away from are anything that would interfere with my one-on-one lessons. It just wouldn't be fair to the people that hire me and pay me to teach them if I were just giving out the information for free here on YouTube. So I'm just not willing to answer that kind of stuff. So I'll just assess it on a question-by-question basis. But, anything else goes. Anything else is fine. So let's see. Looks like we have Gary Carey here. It says here, when are we going to get the next gig POV video? Yeah, point of view video. We'll see. I've got some stuff coming up in February. It's just kind of hard to shoot those, to be honest, because I just don't know how comfortable everybody is. And like sometimes I'm working with new musicians, with a new artist, or, it's just different every time. And sometimes those guys don't want to be on a camera, and everybody has a job to do. So it really depends on how comfortable I am with the people. If it's something where I'm making a first impression, where I'm just on this road gig for the first time, I don't really want to be wearing a GoPro and be recording that, So it really depends on the gig and it really depends on the situation, but we'll see. Hopefully shortly, I'm starting back up out on the road in February, so I'll probably film some stuff while I'm out there. Um, I've been doing a bunch of stuff here in town, and I suppose I could do a POV video of that, I guess. But I don't know. We'll see. Um, Probably in February, I would probably say off the top of my head, but we'll see. Let's see. It says here as well, the setup and the sound check is always interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it's always cool. It's interesting how, people, really love watching that stuff. It's always cool, too. It's always fun to bring everybody along for the experience and for the ride, because it's always different. All these stages are different. All of these places are different. The experiences are always different. So always cool to bring you guys along for sure. And we got a super chat here from Rich's Moving Pictures. Thanks so much, man. Really appreciate that. Says here, have a happy birthday drink later on me. Cheers. Thanks so much, Rich. Really appreciate that, man. Give you some sound effects there as well. Thanks so much, though, man. I really appreciate that. That's super nice. And thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Another very loyal supporter here, folks, as well. Rich's Moving Pictures here has become a loyal live stream supporter and YouTube supporter here, so I really appreciate that. It's really cool to see a lot of familiar names and a lot of familiar faces here on the channel, and it's just amazing, this community, how nice the people are to me, and people just love the music and the art and the videos that I make and stuff, and I just got to say thank you to everybody once again. I mean, it's just amazing. I make these videos in my home studio, and it's just so rewarding and so fun to see what these videos do, and it's just so cool to get everybody to comment on the stuff and just to share their experience or just to show their support. It's like, it's just crazy whenever I'm making these videos. I never really know who's going to be watching this stuff, and it is just amazing. I mean, I have legends within the music business watching my stuff, and it's just incredible. I mean, it's amazing what this channel has turned into, and especially what the one-on-ones have turned into as well. I'm teaching people from all over the world, and it has just been incredible what it's turned into. So really appreciate everybody so much, and just want to say again, thank you for watching all the videos and enjoying my music and my art. It really means a lot to me, and I love being able to share the music and the art with everybody. It's really fun. So, and we've got Doopy Killa in the house. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. Says here, here for it. Thanks so much, man. Thanks for being here from Toronto, Canada. Awesome, man. Very cool. I'd be curious too, by the way, where is everybody watching from? What major city is near you? I'd be curious where everybody's watching from. Looks like we've got folks from Canada, from Ireland, from some other areas here locally, here in Nashville. So I'd be curious to see where everybody's from. We've got Neil in the house. Hey, Neil, how's it going? Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. It says here, how do you feel about this troll making all these Uncle Larry videos? Man, I don't want to get into that. I just want to stay out of all that, to be honest. I appreciate the question, but I just don't really want to get into that. There's really no point to give that any kind of attention at all, because that's really all that he's looking for out of that. So, it doesn't really matter, like vintage Les Pauls, it's really up to the individual, it's really whatever inspires you, and that's the thing with music and art, is that there's no right or wrong, it's whatever inspires you, and that's all that I'll say with it. And Neil also says here, happy B-Day, by the way, Flint, Michigan. Awesome, man. Thanks so much for being here, man. I appreciate you saying happy birthday as well. And thanks for being here from Michigan. Very cool. Let's see. Oh, he's just talking in the chat there. And Gur Carey says here, Cork, Southern Ireland. And we have Eddie here from the Netherlands. Wow, okay, very cool. And Neil says here, don't blame you. Yeah, it's just not worth it, you know. It's just like, I just want to stay out of it. I don't I don't want to bring any attention to it. But yeah, folks, you know, once again, if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to leave it there in the chat box, and you know, I'd be happy to answer. And once again, the only questions I stay away from are anything that would interfere from my one-on-ones, just because it wouldn't be fair to the people that hire me. So, but anything else goes, and I'd be happy to answer. And just having a lot of fun here on this live stream today. Thank you all so much for being here. It's a very special day here. I turned 29 here today. So, you know, I'm really excited to be here. I always really look forward to doing these. And the videos as of late have just been kicking ass. It's just been absolutely incredible. So thank you all so much for watching this stuff. And Rich says here, Fort Myers / Naples area in Southwest Florida representing here. Wow, that's awesome, man. I'm jealous. I'd love to be down there right now, man. That sounds awesome for sure, man. It's just been so cold here in Nashville as of late, and we got this snow, and man, I was snowed in on Friday. I couldn't go anywhere, so that was really frustrating. And I just hate the winter time, man. I hate being cold. It just sucks. But I would love to be down in Naples, man. That's got to be nice down there right now. I bet that's incredible. So enjoy that. Very cool. And we've got CZ in the house here. Says here, happy birthday, Justin. Thanks so much. Again, really appreciate that. I got your comment earlier, so thanks so much for leaving that. Really appreciate it. And thanks so much for being here as always. Another very loyal supporter here. So, you know, that's the thing that I just really appreciate with everybody too is, you know, I've got to say, like, the support that I have here on this channel is just amazing. I mean, people are just so excited about my music and about the videos, and there's just so much positivity out there, and it's just really nice to feel that. So it's really cool. Just want to say thank you again for that. And CZ says here, it's gray, and gloomy on the West Coast near the Columbia River. Wow. Dang. Yeah, that's always kind of depressing, you know, whenever it's real gray out and just gloomy, and man, what can you do though? The sun is shining here today. You know, I'm pretty used to, for my birthday, just being cold and, you know, icy and snowy and stuff. So that's kind of usually the norm every year for my birthday, January 12th. I don't know if I've ever actually experienced a birthday in warm weather, actually. I think it's always been freezing every year. So it's kind of the norm, unfortunately, but oh well. But yeah, it'll turn around soon, you know, and it'll warm up. Always look forward to spring and summer because that's when the road starts getting real busy, and you know, a lot of great festivals and a lot of great gigs are happening during that time, and it's just a lot of fun. So I always look forward to the spring and summer. So it's coming up soon, but this would be nice to be warm all the time instead of just freezing during the winter time. I just hate the winter. But anyways, Neil says here, do you notice much of a difference between original and new ODR1 if you have compared? Yeah, they're definitely different, but even the originals are all different as well. So that's the thing, like if you line 10 or 15 of them up, you know, they're all going to sound different. So that's just a part of it for sure. And, you know, for me, I used to collect them, you know, back in the day here in Nashville. They used to sell all day long for $150 or $200 if it had the box. That's what they used to sell for. So I collected them. You know, I eventually got like 10 or 15 of them, and through the years, you know, I just built them up, and then just recently, I just decided to sell off a bunch of them, and I just went down to this Ram Nobles that I have on my main pedal board, just because that was my favorite one that I had out of all of the 15 that I had there. So I've just been collecting them for a long time, and at first I had two of them that, to be honest with you, I never really liked them, but I didn't realize that all the original ones sound different, you know. So I had two of them, and I just kind of kept them in a closet for a while, and I remember they had went up to $400 a piece, you know. So I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to sell them off. And I actually sold those two to Guthrie Trap years ago now at this point. But, to be honest, I never really liked them until I played this Ram Nobles. I just mainly collected them. And when I started seeing the prices going up and up and up on them, I was like, all right, I'm going to start getting back into collecting these. So I collected, like I said, like 15 of them. And then I just sold off all of them, and I just kept the Ram Nobles because it was my favorite one. So, but I can't believe what stuff is selling for now. I mean, even those original Nobles, man. I mean, they're like $1,500, man. I mean, it is crazy what the stuff is selling for. And it's just so funny, like I say, because, back in the day, I mean, they sold all day long for $150 or $200. And that was not that long ago, probably 9 years ago, something like this. So I used to find them all the time on Craigslist here, locally in Nashville. But, yeah, the reissue ones are okay. I mean, I think there's just better options instead of the reissue ones. Honestly, I would just get the Greer Lightspeed. That's a really awesome pedal. That's what I use. I love that thing. It's awesome. That with the RC boost before it, just to get a little bit more gain out of the Lightspeed, it's just awesome. So, absolutely love that pedal. I would much rather have the Lightspeed than the reissue ODR1, in my opinion. But if you find one of those original ODRs that really sound good, man, those are incredible. They're wonderful. Really good sounding. Let's see. CZ says here, Justin, and I'm a July birthday, and it's always too hot. Yeah, July can definitely be pretty toasty for sure. But let's see here. Doopy Killa says here, it's an old question perhaps, but are you pro tube streamer, the Nobles, or the Keeley Noble tube? The Keeley Noble tube. I don't know that one. But are you aware of any mods on the tube streamer? By the way, happy birthday, and we hate winter up in Toronto too. Yeah, thanks so much for the happy birthday wish. Yeah, I like tube streamers. I don't mind them. I like to use them though, like into a Marshall. That's how I like to use those, just to boost a little bit more gain off of the amp and just get a little bit more mid-range and kind of take out some of the low end. It's just a really good sound with Marshalls, but I'm not crazy about using those with like a Fender amp and a Strat or something. I don't really like that sound that much. So for something like that, I would much rather use the Nobles with a deluxe reverb or something like this, and then use a Strat or a Tele or a Les Paul or whatever. To me, the tube streamer is not really a pedal that you want to rely on as your main gain sound. I would much rather rely on the Nobles than a tube streamer. So, but that said, I do like tube streamers. It just really only for boosting like Marshalls and stuff. That's more of my thing with the tube streamers. And Doopy Killa says here, JHS Pedals says the variance in caps, pots, resistors, transistors, etc. creates the difference you hear. Yeah, definitely. No, I totally get that, and I totally believe it for sure. I mean, and a lot of those older Nobles too, you got to be careful because the pots on them can also be switched out. So like sometimes the gain pot is switched out with another pot on there. And sometimes they can be really like low gain, and that's normally why, because the pots were switched around, And back in the day, I mean, they were very cheap pedals. They sold for, I don't know, like $49 or something like this. So they were very affordable. And I mean, hell, even 8 or 9 years ago, they were selling for $150, $200, like I was saying. So it's just kind of funny how the price has just shot up on those so much. It's just crazy how that is, but is what it is. I mean, they're selling for $1,500 now. It's crazy. So it's just nuts. But let's see here. Neil says here, it is crazy the money they can fetch. I'll have to check out the Lightspeed. I've checked out a few demos, but you never know what you get with the demo. Thanks. Yeah, definitely. That's so true. So true, man. A lot of these demos, there's a lot of other stuff going on behind closed doors, like I've mentioned, where they get the product for free, and they tell you how great it is, and then they're selling it for cash money up the road. I've seen it here in Nashville many times. But honestly, I have paid for it with my own money. I never got it for free, and it's actually what I use. I don't know if you had a chance to see my latest video, the Pedal Train Nano Plus that I did, but I have been using that pedal board for a long time now at this point, and I have a Lightspeed on there, and it's just so good, man. I love that thing. If you play like a Fender Deluxe Reverb or a Princeton, Vibrolux, any one of those, a Pro, Super Reverb, whatever, and you just hit it with a Lightspeed, man, it's such a great tone. If you turn the amp up to like 3 or 4, hit it with a Lightspeed, it's just a really great bass, just gain guitar tone. And it's very low to medium gain, but it's just a nice starting place, and then you can really elevate it from there. And that's why I like the RC boost with it, so I run that before the Lightspeed, just to get a little bit more gain off of it. It's just nice because for me, I never want to be stuck with just one level of gain. I want to be able to really expand upon it and hit it with the RC boost, and for solos hit the GE7, the EQ from Boss, and even on my main pedal board where I have a lot more space, I normally like to have 2 different gain stages. So I have one that's a low to medium gain drive that's kind of more like low-endy, little darker kind of guitar sound, and then I'll have something that's a higher gain but much more mid-rangey, kind of more Marshall-y. And that's how I like to do it, but I still do the same thing where I elevate the amount of gain that I play with. So I normally like to use that RC boost that is before the drive, and just kind of elevate the amount of gain that I'm playing with. But it's just nice to have a different EQ drive and a different amount of gain as well, just so you have somewhere to go and you have different gain structures. It's just really good. So that's the way that I like it. That's the way that I like to play, at least. So let's see. Doopy Killa says here, name some names, too much controversy. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. But I've seen it, many times here in town for sure. A lot of people get stuff for free, and then they'll make a video or something, and then they're taking it up the road and selling it for cash money. It's just kind of funny how that is. Like, sometimes I'll see some of these videos and I'm like, it's just kind of funny. But I'm not going to name any names. I'm not going to go down that road for sure. But yeah. But yeah, so there's that there, folks. Man, I've already been going 43 minutes here already. That's hard to believe, man. That's crazy. These live streams always fly by, man. It's always just crazy. Let's see. Neil says here, cool, I'll check out the vid. I'm a fan of the original Zen drive. Yeah, definitely. Those original Zen drives are awesome. And those pedals are bringing in some good money too now, man. It's crazy what those are going for. But that's a really good pedal, definitely. And some J Rocket drives. Cool. That's awesome. Very cool. There's no right or wrong. Everybody has their preferences and what they like. And that's the thing with playing guitar. Everybody's ears are different. And the way you respond to a certain tone, is the way it's just all about whatever you like, So that's really what I would say. There's no right or wrong, And, man, just enjoy and play whatever you like, It doesn't really matter. So let's see. I don't know. I knew you're too cool for that. No issues. Okay. And Neil says here, amen. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that's something that a lot of people, don't understand. It's so dependent on the player, and it's all about whatever inspires you. It's not about the money. It's not about what you're playing or what kind of gear you have. If you're playing a $99 Squier Strat and that inspires you to create music and to play guitar, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. Or if you like a 1959 Les Paul or something, and that's what inspires you to play and to create music, and that's what you just like to collect, it's what inspires you. It's what inspires you to write songs and write music and write great music, then that's great as well. There's no right or wrong way to do this, and I think there's so many egos out there with this stuff of like, oh, this is the right way and this is the wrong way or whatever, but the thing is that is beautiful with music and art is that there's no right or wrong way to go about doing this. It's all about whatever you like. It doesn't really matter what anybody has to say. If you like it, enjoy it. That's what you like. And that's just really what I would say. So, let's see. Rich says here, what guitar or piece of gear? I don't know where you're going with that, but maybe you'll add another comment here. Let's see. Doopy Killa says here, I have a vintage tube Echoplex I love for slapback delay. Are you a fan of the old delay units or too unreliable? Man, I gotta tell you, I love the tone of those Echoplexes, but they are so unreliable, it's unbelievable. I mean, there's no way I could take that stuff out on the road or even around town or anything. It's just so unreliable, and I just stay away from it, to be honest. What I do like is I like the old Memory Mans. So I have an original Electro Harmonix Memory Man, and I love the way that those sound. I think they are just excellent. The preamp is really good, the delay is great, and the modulation on the repeats are just excellent. So I have one that's in like collector grade condition. I've actually got it here. Let's see. I'll bring it out here. But it is in amazing condition. And I normally just honestly leave it in the box. But yeah, it has the original wood box. And has all the paperwork and all that stuff. So let's see. I'll set this here, I guess. Yeah. Totally sealed and everything. Has the original papers, everything. So really nice example of one of these. And I just love these old 90s Memory Mans. They're just awesome. They sound so good. And you know, the big thing with these is the preamp. The preamp and the way that it colors the guitar sound is just really special. I've not played anything like it, honestly. And you know, these old Electro Harmonix pedals are just so creative. They're so just musical and so inspiring to play. I just absolutely love the old Electro Harmonix stuff. I actually collect those, and I collect old Boss pedals, but I've also got this here as well. This here is a 73 Ram's Head Big Muff fuzz, and I just love this is my favorite fuzz by far, man. It just sounds amazing. So I've got a few of these old Electro Harmonix. I've got another Big Muff that's in the original box, and I love this thing. It really kicks ass. So these old Electro Harmonix are just excellent. I just absolutely love them. So, and then, you know, I've got some old Boss pedals as well, so that's cool as well. Let's see. Oh. Okay, let's see here. Rich says here, what guitar or gear have you gotten rid of and later regretted it? I regret losing my 1980 Gibson Howard Robert Fusion. Ah, man, we've all got ones that we regret that we've gotten rid of in the past. You know, off the top of my head, I mean, there's so many that I regret, you know, honestly. I sold a 67 Trini Lopez. That was really cool. I regret selling that because those are going for crazy money now. So I really wish I would have held on to that. But I sold that, and then, let's see, what else? I mean, I sold a 64 Princeton Reverb that was in mint condition over to Tom recently, and I really regret selling that. That was really stupid because it really was in like collector grade condition, and I really shouldn't have let that go. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but oh well. It is what it is. We've all got those that have gotten away for sure. So, and we got Ty in the house here. Hey Ty, how's it going? Says here, happy birthday. Thanks so much, man. Really appreciate that. 29 years old today. Hard to believe, but it is here. Let's see. Doopy says here that Memory Man is a beauty. Wow. I found them really difficult to dial in the right delay time. Any tips? It's a lot about just messing around with the mix, and that's kind of the thing is obviously like if you're wanting like a tap tempo where you want it to really be in sync with the tempo you're playing to, then I wouldn't recommend those. I mean, that's kind of the whole thing with the Memory Man is like you have to just use it and just as is. If you want a slapback or if you want a long delay that is not going to be totally in time, that's just kind of a part of it for sure. But I would recommend if you're looking for that, then get a Strymon. Get a Strymon Brigadier. Those are really good. But the thing is with that pedal is now you're not going to get the color of the preamp, but you have the tap tempo. So it's always a give and take with the gear, You're always going to be sacrificing something in exchange for something else. So it's just the way it goes. But Doopy says here, sold a 70 SG for $500 in 1990. Didn't have a clue. Yeah, I mean, man, that's just how it was back in those days, And I wish I would have been able to get into this back in those days because I just would have been buying all kinds of stuff. I mean, obviously, back in those days, nobody had any idea where these prices would go with this stuff. But I just love to collect stuff in general, so I just love these instruments. I love, having vintage amplifiers and stuff like this. So I just would have been buying stuff like crazy. So I really wish I would have been able to get into it a lot earlier on, but it just is what it is, I mean, even when I first started, it was so difficult to be able to afford this stuff because even at that point, it was still expensive, It was really expensive, so it was really difficult. So it's taken me a very long time to be able to afford this stuff, but I just love the collection. I love the stuff that I have, so... And Randall says here, happy birthday, Justin. Thanks so much, Randall. Thanks so much for being here, and thanks for the birthday wish. Really appreciate that. Really means a lot to me. And we have Backpacker516 in the house. Hey, man, how's it going? Thanks so much for being here. This is a new name here. I really appreciate you being here. But it says here, how many times have you had an impromptu call and response jam session or an improvised guitar duel during a hired gig? Oh man, that's all the time. Are you kidding me? I mean, you have to be able to improvise. That's a lot of the time what it is. A lot of the time artists will want you to take a solo or maybe they want to extend the outro of a song or something like this. So that's a very, very common thing. I mean, you have to be able to improvise. That's just a given. You have to be able to do that. But a guitar duel during a hired gig, that's happened a few times in the past, but not as often as improvising. I mean, you have to be able to improvise. That's just a crucial skill as a professional musician, for sure. So, Backpacker says here, good man, thanks for having me. Yeah, no problem. Thanks so much for being here once again. And, man, I really appreciate everybody being here, and thanks so much for all the support on these videos. It's really been incredible what this channel has turned into. This community is absolutely incredible, and I did want to take the time, folks, to just mention my one-on-one online lessons. You're actually seeing and hearing the exact setup that I use for these lessons. Everything is shot on a 4K definition camera. It's all pro video and pro audio. And what's so cool with these lessons is that you'll actually get a recorded copy of the lesson itself at the very end. So you can simply download the video and rewatch the lesson as many times as you'd like. So to get some more information on this, hit me up today at jkm4231@gmail.com. That's jkm4231@gmail.com. It's also going to be linked down below in the description box. And while you're down there, check out all the other links that I have available in ways that you can support me on this channel. These live streams are truly a donation of time. So, I don't make anything on this. I just donate my time just to connect with everybody and just show my appreciation to everybody out there that supports my music and my art and watches my videos. So, if you guys want to support the channel, check all those links out down below. And I also have a Venmo and PayPal tip jar, or even a super chat here on today's live stream is a great way to support this channel as well. So any and all support is really appreciated. I really do appreciate it. So thank you for that. Let's see, Neil says here, ever tried any dry bell pedals? I like the compressor and Time Machine Univibe. Yes, I've tried the Vibe Machine. That's a good pedal. I like that a lot. It's just for me, honestly, I don't really use a lot of Univibe. I just don't really need it for any of the music that I get hired on for. And honestly, the HX1 from Line 6, that pedal, it is amazing. I honestly have to say, I think, and I even made a video talking about it. I think it is the best pedal that has come out in the past 15 years, without a doubt. The thing is absolutely incredible. The modulations sound incredible. The delays, the reverbs, it's just so versatile. It does everything. Even the fuzzes sound really cool on it. I mean, you can just get all of these different crazy effects out of it, and it's so easy to use, and it's so easy to dial up a great sound out of it. It's just amazing. So really, for me being a hired on musician, I love the flexibility and the versatility of the Line 6 stuff. And I don't really ever want to be locked into just one particular setup. So that's why I don't really have a use for any kind of pedals that just do one effect, like a Univibe or something like this. Like, it's one thing if it's a vintage pedal, like an old Memory Man or an old, Ram's Head fuzz pedal, because, the modeling stuff is not going to be able to recreate it. But really, on a live gig, the Line 6 stuff, it just works, man. And it's so versatile. And I hate messing around with pedals and pedal boards and all this stuff. So I just honestly stick it out with the Line 6 stuff. It's just amazing. So the HX1 is the pedal that I'm talking about. They also have the HX Effects. That is just absolutely phenomenal. I think that stuff is just some of the best stuff out there. It's incredible, where you can reprogram it to do whatever you want. It's very simple to use. The sounds in it are absolutely amazing, and it just really works. And especially for me being a for-hire musician, it's just wonderful to be able to reprogram this stuff, And like I say, I was just talking about this Memory Man and the Ram's Head Big Muff and stuff, and I love the old electroharmonic stuff. That's just something that I just absolutely love. But for anything like mimicking a Univibe or whatever, I mean, man, I could just use the Line 6 thing, and it's just awesome. It just works incredibly well. So, but yeah, that said, the drywall stuff is cool. I really enjoy it for sure. So, but yeah, there's just so much great gear out there. It's just crazy. It's just amazing the amount of stuff that is out there. I mean, there's so many pedals and amps and guitars. I mean, it's just crazy the amount of stuff that is out there. So it's just really hard to keep up with. But yeah, guys, that said, if you guys have any other questions for me, feel free to leave it there in the chat box there, and I'd be happy to answer it. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep going for. I've been going here for about an hour. So it's crazy, man. It's just flown by for sure. But definitely want to take the time again to just say thank you to everybody out there that watch my videos and loves the music and my art. It's just so fun, and it's so rewarding to be able to share this stuff with you guys. So, it's just so fun. I just really love doing this stuff. So thank you again so much for all the support. Backpacker here says, has there been a time where a band threw a song at you that you've never heard before? Of course. If so, how did you overcome that challenge? Have you been at a gig where someone called out Freebird and delivered? Yeah, of course. I've done that many times. Let's see. Has there been a time where a band threw a song at you never heard before? Yeah, definitely. That happens a lot, man, for sure. Basically every artist that I work for, that's literally, a lot of what it is. Of course, they could have a very popular song that I've heard on the radio before or something, so I'll be somewhat familiar with it. But, there's also stuff that they have that could be like a deeper cut or something where I've never heard of it before. And, it's just a crucial skill. I mean, the way it goes is normally they'll send all of the music over on a Dropbox file, and you have to be able to learn all of this stuff by ear. It's a crucial skill to be able to learn this stuff. So this is why I have a home studio here, and I can really isolate the tracks and be able to listen to the stuff down. And slow it down and pick it up by ear, and just getting the stuff note for note. It's important for sure, especially on a major artist gig. But yeah, it's just a crucial skill. You have to be able to do that as a professional musician. You have to be able to learn the stuff by ear, and that's a huge part of it for sure. And overcoming that challenge, I mean, it's not really a challenge for me. I've been doing it for so long, and my ear is so dialed in now at this point that I can hear anything. I have an ability to be able to pick out any chord, any note at any given time. So I can just hear this stuff and I know instantly, okay, that's B flat, that's E flat, that's E, whatever it is, right? So it's just my ear is so dialed in. It's really incredible, honestly. I feel so good about my ears now. And that's a huge part of being a guitar player or a musician in general. You have to have an ear. You got to be able to hear this stuff. It's really what makes every musician different, and you got to be able to hear down this music and be able to learn it. So, but yeah, and then the other one I forgot. This is Freebird. Yeah, I've had that for sure, and that's always fun. I remember there was a cover band that I was working with a long time ago now at this point, and they used to do Rockstar by Nickelback, and then they would end that song and then go into the solo section of Freebird, which was pretty fun, and the crowd would always go crazy. So that was a lot of fun. But we have CZ here, says here, okay, I've got a question for you. I first saw you on Tom's channel. How did you get to know him? And I'm so glad you did, because now we know you are here. Oh, well, yeah, I've known Tom for a long time. I first moved to Nashville just about 10 years ago now at this point, and I didn't know anybody. I wasn't in music college, or I wasn't in college at all, and I honestly didn't even have a job. I just had found a room at this point in West Nashville, and I had just moved to town. I was paying $500 a month, and I didn't know anybody here in Nashville. It was just fate that we met. I happened to walk into his shop back in the day called Second Gear, and it was this shop that he had a partner, Rick Reith was his name, and he is no longer with us, unfortunately, but they were partners. And I just walked in there because I've been collecting, like I've said many times here on this channel, I've been collecting vintage guitars and guitar gear in general for a really long time, and I just loved this store because they had secondhand stuff. I mean, it was called Second Gear. That was the name of the shop. So I was in there one day taking a look at what they had, and Tom was behind the counter there, and he was talking with somebody, and he mentioned to the guy, he's like, man, we're looking for some punk-ass kid to come help us out around here and work here. And I was brand new to Nashville at that time. I didn't know anybody, but I needed a job. So after he was done talking with this guy, I walked up to Tom, and I didn't know who he was or anything at that time, but I just had moved to town, and like I said, I needed a job. So I was like, hey man, how about me for the job? And so, he hired me on immediately. And I had no idea who he was or who I was working for at all. I honestly just needed a job. But it was an amazing experience. I mean, I met so many people around town and the who's who of the music business, and we became good friends, and man, we used to play music, and we had a lot of laughs, and it was really cool. I learned a lot about how musicians make a living and how they go about doing stuff, and I just learned a lot about the music business and a lot about the gear, and a lot about the Nashville guitar sound, and just a lot about playing in general. It was a really good experience. So it was just wonderful. So that's how I met him for the first time, and there was all kinds of stuff that went on there that was just a lot of fun. And this was at the time where Tom was kind of retiring from the whole session world, and I remember in particular there was this one session that I did with Tim Lauer, and I remember Tom didn't want to do it for whatever reason, so he just called him up and he's like, hey man, I've got this kid, he's going to come over and he's going to play down some guitar for you. They were looking for this guitar solo on this track, and I remember I just grabbed a random Les Paul off the wall, and it was consigned, because that was the big thing at the shop there, was a lot of people would consign these instruments. And it would come from whoever, and then the shop would just take a percentage and they would sell it, at the shop there and whatever. So I remember I just took somebody's random Les Paul off the wall. I put it into a case and I went up to the studio and I recorded some guitar, and it was right up the road there because the shop was right in Berry Hill there back in the day, but it's obviously no longer in business. But it was just an amazing experience. And I remember just a quick story talking about the shop just off the top of my head here. I remember I was standing behind the counter there at the shop there, and Brad Whitford from Aerosmith came in one day. And I remember, I was 19 years old at the time, and Aerosmith still is to this day a huge influence on me as a musician. And I just love Aerosmith. They're just a huge inspiration for me. But I remember, he came up to the counter, and Brad put out his hand and he's like, "Hey man, I don't think we've ever met before. My name is Brad." And I just remember shaking his hand, and I was just like so starstruck because I'm like, man, I know who you are. I've been following the band, for so long. I was thinking this to myself, but I was just amazed at how nice he was to me, to a 19-year-old kid. It was just incredible. And Brad, what an amazing musician. Just an incredible band Aerosmith is. Huge inspiration for me growing up. And that was just an amazing experience. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Let's see. CZ says here, then I got to get on I-5 for the drive. Happy birthday, my dear. Thanks so much. I really appreciate that. Be safe driving out there. And thanks for the birthday wishes. Neil says here, what is your preferred action height? So I don't really have a particular measurement of action height. I just go with whatever feels good to me. I don't like it too low. I don't like it too high. I just go by whatever feels good. And that's really that. Everything that I do is by feel and about what I like. And I have no idea of measurements or anything. I just can feel when something feels good to play. And, I just want this thing to be perfectly intonated. I want the nut to be cut right. And, there are several things that I really do like. But, the action height is just all about whatever feels good to me under the fingers. So, and CZ says here, yes, he just tributed Rick yesterday. Oh, man, okay. Yeah, that's too bad. He's no longer with us. But he was an interesting guy for sure. He... a lot of the times that I'd be around him, he'd be under the influence of something, but he always had interesting things to say for sure. He was an interesting guy, but really meant well for sure. So, and 1002 Northeast is in the house. Hey man, how's it going? Thanks so much for being here. It says here, happy birthday, bud. Thanks so much, man. That means a lot to me. Thank you for being here. And folks, this is another loyal supporter here of the channel and myself. I really do appreciate you being here. And thanks for the happy birthday wish. And let's see. CZ says here, little did he know at that time, you're no punk-ass kid. You're a wonderful human being and an excellent musician. Thanks so much. Yeah, the punk-ass kid thing, it was more of a joke, And, he didn't, mean it like that at all, But, it was more of a joke, That's... With Tom, he has a very sarcastic, very kind of jokester kind of personality, and I love that because I'm like that too. So we really hit it off, back in the day. We have a very similar sense of humor. So it was a lot of fun for sure back in those days. But it's just so funny to me how serious people take him. Like everything that he says, they take it so seriously. Like it's just so funny to me. But it just is what it is. But anyways, let's see. 1002 Northeast says here, tell Moving Pictures Rich I'll be in his neck of the woods, North Fort Myers, this coming weekend. Oh, that's awesome, man. Wow, very cool. We'll have fun out there. That sounds awesome, man. I'm really jealous, man. It's been so cold here in Nashville, and it's just we had a pretty good snowstorm the other day here, and I was actually snowed in on Friday, so I couldn't go out and do anything, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I'd love to be down in Florida this time of the year for sure. That sounds nice for sure. I'm long overdue for a beach trip, and just lay out by the sun. So I'm very jealous. Let's see. CZ says here, Well, that was good. The day he put you on his channel, he really opened the door, and he's a wonderful person for doing things like that. Yeah, it was funny because that whole video was so random. I just happened to find this Firebird 5 at the local Guitar Center here. I just happened to walk in there, and they were trying to sell it to Guitar Center, and I couldn't believe that. And it was an amazing example of one, and I wound up buying it, and I was asking Tom, though, what his opinion is on it, and, he loves them, and, I just wound up going over to his house at the time, and I just brought the guitar over there, and he set it up, and we just turned it into a video, so it was totally just random, but it was a lot of fun. So, let's see. Backpacker says here, I see you have some old Marshalls. Do you run a reverb pedal in front of the amp because they don't have an effects loop? Yep. Everything in front. I'm not a big reverb guy, though, to be honest. If I'm going for the slapback thing, I just have a light mix on the slapback delay with the front of a Marshall, because if you have the mix too high, it'll get real messy sounding. But I don't need any kind of loops or loopers or effects loops or anything like that. I just plug everything straight in, and that's it. So I don't do any kind of loops, though. So, yep, but everything in the front there. And CZ says here, Berry Hill, the Whitford Burst. Yeah, the Les Paul. And CZ says here, thank you, and also has a super chat. Thanks so much, CZ. Really appreciate that. Wow, thank you. Very kind. Give me some sound effects. Thank you for that. Really appreciate that. She says here, look, I overdid the commenting when you answered my question. Thank you, honey, and have a great birthday. Thank you. Really appreciate that. That really means a lot to me. If you guys would like to throw a little love in the Venmo tip jar or the PayPal tip jar, or even throw a super chat here on today's live stream, any and all support would really be appreciated. I'm just donating my time here on today's live stream, so if you guys would like to show some support for the 29th birthday blowout, feel free to throw a super chat here on today's live stream, or a little love in the Venmo or PayPal tip jar, or I offer one-on-one online lessons as well, and I'm teaching people from all over the world. So if you guys want some more information on this, hit me up today at jkm4231@gmail.com. Thank you for that. And 1002 Northeast says here, Steven Tyler sat in with me once. What a trip that was. Wow, that must have been amazing. Super cool guy. The string arrangements on their later albums are amazing. They came to Miami back in the early 90s to work with Glenn Ballard. Okay, that's awesome. Wow, very cool. Yeah, Steven Tyler, what an amazing frontman, and I think he is one of the best to ever do it. He is just incredible. That whole band is just kick-ass. And CZ says here, that's Tom. And 1002 Northeast says here, when the family leaves our beach pad, you're going to have it next. I haven't forgot. Wow, thank you, man. That's so nice. That's a really nice offer for sure. I'd love to get down there for sure. I've just been freezing, man. I just hate the winter times. It's so depressing, and it just sucks. It really sucks. Like, musically, there's not really a lot going on here in Nashville during these times of the year. And it's just every year, it's just always the same thing. It's so depressing. So it always sucks. I honestly would love to be able to split time somewhere, maybe go down to Florida during the winter time and then come back up when things warm up and work is a lot more busy. I've been doing a lot of in-town stuff, and obviously I've been doing my videos and teaching and stuff, which has been going over great, but I could do that stuff from anywhere. So it would be really cool to be able to split time somewhere eventually. So we'll see. That'd be amazing. Maybe down in Florida or something during the winter time. But let's see here. Okay, yeah, my phone's just blowing up here. Thank you all so much for all of the birthday wishes. I really appreciate this. This is so nice. It's really cool. Let's see. Backpacker says here, what's a 90s pop song you hate to admit you like to play live? Ah, man, a 90s pop song. Off the top of my head, I don't know, man. I don't really play a lot of pop music, really. It's a lot more country music or rock music. I'd have to get back to you on that one. Off the top of my head, that's hard to say. I just love playing music in general. I don't really hate any kind of song. Something that can be frustrating is when you're playing with a club band and they are just hell-bent on playing the original songs. Because sometimes with these club bands, when they're playing the original songs, like, it just drives people out, because the gig is not an original artist gig, it's a top 40 club band gig, so that's kind of something sometimes that frustrates me, but at the end of the day, I'm working for them, so it's really all about whatever they want to play, and I guess if they want to play their original songs, I guess that's just the way it goes, but, it's just frustrating when it's like, if it is a band that is a cover band, the band should not be playing their original songs. I know even for myself, whenever I'm just a spectator there at the club and there's a live band playing and they go in to play their original song, it just totally kills the vibe and it's just not the same energy within the club at all. And, I would much rather hear, top 40 music. If I'm at a club and I'm drinking some beers or having some shots of tequila, like, I want to party and have a good time and hear songs that I know and hear songs that everybody knows, right? So the energy of the club is up rather than playing random original songs that nobody knows, So that's something I would say with the cover band stuff that can be frustrating. But I don't really do a lot of that stuff. I really mainly work with artists that already have songs that are popular, that are already successful. So that's a lot more of the stuff that I do. So, but I guess that's... a pet peeve of mine for sure with any gig that I take that are club cover bands. It's really, really frustrating, but it is what it is. And we've got Neil here with the super chat. He says here, thanks for the replies. Happy birthday again. Thanks so much, Neil. Really appreciate that. Give you some sound effects here. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. That really means a lot to me. And thanks so much for being here. Once again, I really appreciate all the support. And if you yourself would like to throw out some support here for the channel and for the birthday blowout here, feel free to throw a little love in the Venmo or PayPal tip jar or even a super chat here in today's live stream. Any and all support is really appreciated. And I do want to take the time to mention, folks, that I do offer one-on-one online lessons. You're actually seeing and hearing the exact setup that I use for these lessons. Everything is shot on a 4K definition camera. It's all pro video and pro audio. And what's so cool with these lessons is that you'll actually get a recorded copy of the lesson itself at the very end. So you could just simply download the video and rewatch your lesson as many times as you'd like. It's an amazing platform and I cannot say enough good things about it. It works incredibly well and there's no freezing up, no glitching up. It's just amazing. Honestly, it is incredible how good it works. So for some more information on this, hit me up today at jkm4231@gmail.com. That's jkm4231@gmail.com. That's going to be linked down below in the description box. Hit me up today. I'd be happy to get you down on the books today. Thank you for that. And Ben Tom is in the house. Hey man, how's it going? Says here at Justin Meyers, you have a great attitude. I wish I was that positive when I was your age. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And he also says here, where does one apply for a lesson? Send me an email today. My personal email is jkm4231@gmail.com. That's going to be linked down below in the description box as well. So just go on down through the video, click on the description box, and you can just copy and paste my email. Just send me an email, and I'll get you a bunch of information about it. It works incredibly well. Just let me know what time zone you're in and we can figure this stuff out. The majority of my students take 2 lessons a month. Some do every week, but the majority is 2 times a month. But again, just send me an email. I'll get you some more information on this and I'd be happy to get you down in the books today. So my email, once again, is jkm4231@gmail.com. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. And we really have an amazing crowd here. Thank you guys so much for being here and supporting this channel. It really means a lot to me. It's just amazing with this community how nice the people are. And this is really why I do this. I do this for you guys. I love to be able to share my music and the art with you guys, and just have fun and just enjoy it, because that's really what music is all about. And I really look forward to doing these live streams every Sunday. So if you guys are brand new here, every Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, I go live here on YouTube. I want to show my support for you guys, since you guys, show so much support to me. It really means the world to me. It's just incredible how nice everybody is to me, and this community is just amazing. So I love to be able to donate my time to you guys here on these live streams. So come on back every Sunday, 11 a.m. or 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'll be live here on YouTube as long as I'm here in town. So every single Sunday, come on back. Let's see. Backpacker says here, "You're a true gentleman, Justin. Thank you for taking your time to be here and answer questions, on your birthday especially. Happy birthday, and I can't wait to view more of your content. Rock and roll." Thanks so much, Backpacker. That means a lot to me. I really appreciate your support, so thank you for the kind words there. And Bent Tom here says, "My buddy RJ Ronquillo turned me on to you." Wow. That's awesome, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Tell RJ I thank him a lot for that. That's super nice. That's really awesome. I really appreciate that. And I've seen him a couple times around town. I don't know him all too well, though, but I really appreciate that. If you could tell RJ thank you for that. And you guys go check out RJ as well. He's a great player. He's another YouTube guy here. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen his channel, but go and check him out if you haven't seen his stuff. So, yeah, folks, this live stream has just been absolutely kick-ass. So thank you again for being here. And once again, if you guys want to show some support here for the channel, feel free to throw a little love in the Venmo or PayPal tip jar, or even a super chat here on today's live stream. Once again, this is a donation of time. I just donate my time to hang out with you guys. But I love doing these, and if you guys are interested, check out all the links that I have down below in the description box. There's many ways you can support this channel. I offer one-on-one online lessons. I'm a Sweetwater Music affiliate partner. There's all kinds of stuff, and there's all kinds of ways you can support this channel. And any and all support is always really, really appreciated. So thank you for that. And it looks like here, folks, I've been going for about an hour and 23 minutes here. So I think I'm going to sign off here. I've been going here for quite a while. If there's any last-minute questions you guys have for me, feel free to leave it there in the chat box. Otherwise, I'm going to sign off here today. And once again, I know I've said it a million times here in today's live stream, but I really do appreciate everybody's support. I couldn't do it without you guys. And you guys just really mean the world to me. So, I really appreciate you guys watching these videos, and I really appreciate you guys enjoying my music and my art. I love sharing this stuff with you guys, and that's really what music is all about. It's all about sharing the art and having fun and just enjoying it, and just music is love. So that's what I say. And again, I just want to take the time to say thank you everybody out there for watching this stuff. If you guys want to support the channel, if you guys want to throw a little love in the Venmo or PayPal tip jar, looks like here I've just got a Venmo tip from Thomas. Thank you, Thomas. Really appreciate that. If you're watching this, thank you for the Venmo tip. Really appreciate that. But if you guys want to show some support, if you guys want to throw a little love in the Venmo tip jar or the PayPal tip jar, or even a super chat here in today's live stream, any and all support is always really appreciated. I do want to mention once again that I do offer one-on-one online lessons. So take your guitar playing, your musicianship to the next level, but we can turn these lessons into whatever you want. If you want it to be more about the music business, more about Nashville, more about the musician life, whatever it is you guys want to turn these online lessons into, we can turn them into. This is the exact setup that I use. It's a 4K definition camera. It's all pro video and pro audio. And again, you get a recorded copy of the lesson at the very end there. So you can just simply download the video and watch it as many times as you'd like. So, hit me up today. That's jkm4231@gmail.com. The email is linked down below in the description box as well. And let's see here. We just got some last minute comments here. Ben Tom says here, happy birthday. I got you on the Venmo. Thank you again for that. Really appreciate it. And Ben Tom says, you are a solid guy. Thank you, man. Really appreciate that as well. Neck Through Nelly says, peace. Peace out, man. Peace. And 1002 Northeast says here, all the best, Justin. Enjoy your evening birthday. Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. And with that, that is all for today, folks. Thank you all so much once again for tuning in and watching this live stream. Y'all stay tuned. I got a bunch more videos coming out here soon. And come on back here, folks. Every Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, I'll be live here on YouTube. So come on back, and we're having so much fun talking everything music. So get your questions ready. I'll be back here again next Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So come on back and get your questions ready once again. Thank you all so much for watching this live stream. As always, it really means the world to me. And thank you for watching all the content. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my birthday here today. I turned 29 years old, which is really hard to believe. The time has just flown, folks. So it's really been unbelievable. But stay tuned. I got a bunch more content coming out. Come on back next Sunday. We'll see you all next time. Take care.